Everybody to Pac-Man World Re-Pac. We decided to delay stream until Monday. That's when this is being recorded. Due to foreseen circumstances that end up having to take place, we're now back with Pac-Man. We'll be starting with Pac-Man today. Let me get Twitch up over here. Oh wow, voice actress Tara Strong criticizes casting of Chris Pratt in Mario movie. Wow, that's pretty strong words coming from Tara Strong. She voices everything. Anyway, just opened up my my browser, and that's the first thing that popped up. Tara Strong voiced everything in my childhood, so it's a pretty big deal coming from her. All right, so let's get the volume all fixed up here. Also, unrelated note, I am thinking about purchasing an Elgato, so hopefully there will be no delay, because I've been using this capture device since I've been in college. So that was, that's a testament to how old my capture device is, and it still works perfectly new. So, there's that. So last time we were dealing with Anubis Rex, I died a whole bunch, but that was mainly because I was having a conversation with Jose and Explodes for a little bit. But now we're going to move on. Now we're going deeper. So Explodes, you make a decision. Do you want to deal with carnival games, or you want to deal with industrial games?
Industrial games, so carnival.
Yay, carnival games! You remember when those games were relevant for a while on the Wii? This entire aesthetic here reminds me of that one level trope from Wario World. Man, that's a game I should probably pick up again. I remember playing that game when it was when I was at my aunt's friend's house, and I beat it within a week. And when I say I beat it within a week, I 100%ed it. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Wario World is not a very difficult game, even for young.
It's got its moments.
Young Mark. Well, I mean, there's no real penalty for dying except money, but you get money like candy.
Yes, but there's that one boss.
Which one? Talking about the one with the underwear?
Yes.
He's
apparently somewhat infamous.
Really? I mean, besides looking weird, I don't remember him being that much difficult. There you go. Yeah. Oh, cool. Are those ghosts on there, or is it just a regular enemy? Look like ghosts in there. I'm touching them. But anyway, as we continue to do our pseudo 100% playthrough of the game, let's see if I didn't miss anything down here. Okay, no, okay. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna be clearing out the entire carnival world today. I can't even go through there. And see how far we get. This is actually unmarked territory for me. I actually have not played this one on my personal file yet, so this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, Explodes actually wanted to talk about something pretty interesting. He had just started hearing about the whole Scooby-Doo stuff going on, I guess, and I got him on the path of the word pandering. I'm assuming that's kind of what the topic is. You mind elaborating on that?
Changing characters to fit a role for the sake of fitting a role. They don't. They made Shaggy Black. They made Freddy non-binary. They made Daphne Asian without making her look very Asian. I mean, like I can tell she is. And then, just to make fun of people who might not like the change, they had Velma act like a raging fanboy.
Oh, you mean a Redditor?
Yeah. Despite the fact that just makes her look like a bad person, so how is that going to help sell this thing?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know about that before the whole identity crisis with Velma happened, but in like the current movie or whatever, is that marketed towards kids, or is that like I'm confused. Like I know there's two Velma things happening. One is the HBO thing where they race swapped her, And then
That's the adult one.
that's the adult one. Okay. The
Yes.
one that doesn't have Scooby Doo in it. Thank goodness they didn't bring Scooby into to get hurt in that one.
Yeah, you might be right on that one.
Maggie, I'm stabbed. Zoinks. Let me go smoke a blunt, Scoops. That's pretty much what it sounds like it's gonna end up being. But
Yeah, he already had the stoner jokes made for him, so
that's understandable. I just never heard anyone ever talk about Velma that way. it's
no, it's been joked for a while. It's a lot less than the Shaggy thing, but like
Ooh.
it had been constant enough so that the writers of Mystery Incorporated tried to imply that she might be, and are convinced that she was, as well as the original script for the original live-action Scooby-Doo movie did have her gay. They obviously got rid of that.
Wait, hold that thought. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta take care of something. So just hold on to that. And for some reason, something has to happen while I'm doing this. Give me a second.
Before I forget, since I need to entertain new people, in fact, the original Scooby-Doo script entirely was meant to entertain adults, so Shaggy was going to be a stoner. That's why that one joke about his favorite name being Mary Jane was in there. That is the last remnant of an adult movie turned kids. I feel bad for Scrappy-Doo. He did nothing wrong. Blame the writers. You people should be ashamed of yourself for hating on him. Wish that people would just make Belmont bi so that you could Christian whoever you want to, depending on the artist or the writer. Maybe some people would like her to be with a man. Maybe she should be with a woman. Mark would especially love the ones where she's with a man. Trailer itself, when they weren't using it as a weapon to make fun of people, very poorly, might I add, did say it very wonderfully of why no one should need to mess with a good thing.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's just kind of slightly continue the conversation without you, just to talk to people, as well as made a few facts and jokes.
Okay, well, yeah, the bit I did hear about was don't change things that don't need to be changed. Yeah, I mean, as big of a joke as that Velma from the self-insert was, it is true. I mean, it's almost like this. It's like my best example is Sonic, right? What happens when you make Sonic not fast? People are going to be turned off, right? Because they expect Sonic to be fast, right? So when you change something to the point where the character that people are expecting to act a certain way because that's what they liked about it doesn't end up being that way, then you're going to lose people's attention. At that point, don't make a character, don't tweak a character, make a different character and see if that stands still on its own.
Want to change the races? Don't do it with everyone. Just do it with one who may have had the least amount of problems in the past, like,
Or
or
you
I mean, the
just
most problems.
or you just run into the issue that the Airbender movie had.
Oh, hold on.
and that becomes extremely distracting when Azula does not look like she looks like in the show. Because one of the major things of her identity is what she looked like, and when everyone starts calling you Ong, when you clearly are Aang, there becomes a problem when you start changing too much. I just stick by what I say. If you're gonna change something, don't do it because you're gonna piss people off, and then even if you start saying, "Oh well, you just don't like change," well, yeah, that's the reason why we like these things is because they're reliable. They're what they are. Make something new and original. And I stick with what I've said in the past before. I think Hollywood and whoever is greenlighting these things, they're just not comfortable enough, or they don't have that much confidence that an idea that may be controversial can stand alone, and therefore they stick it onto pre-established properties, hoping that they'll get the audience they desire. But in doing so, they're just gonna piss people off and then turn them off from their IP, killing the IP in the process.
Oftentimes, the people that they're going for, the vast majority that aren't on Twitter, tend to also hate it.
I mean, in secret.
Sometimes in public too.
Hmm.
They're just usually drowned out by Twitter.
I'm happy I don't deal with Twitter. That to me it just feels like it's more grief. It just reminds me how toxic the world is, and I don't need that.
Literally, no one was asking for Shaggy to be black, other
Literally.
than the black people.
What's the point of making the Scooby-Doo gang when you don't have Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo is the reason why those characters are even a thing.
If you're gonna include a Scooby show without Scooby, then just focus on one character. Don't include the entire cast.
Yeah, so it's almost like
Even as bad as it was, the Velma and Daphne movie even knew that.
Velma and Daphne movie. I don't remember that.
Yes, that's the thing. It was bad, but at least it knew not to include Shaggy and Fred.
Like the exceptions that I know that can definitely be made is the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. That was a weird time because they were experimenting with Shaggy and Daphne of all people.
They were trying to get the other cast back slowly, but they still didn't want to get rid of Scrappy, even though he didn't do anything wrong. What is wrong with you people?
Scrappy was just annoying. That's the only reason why people didn't like him.
It's not even his fault. The writers just tossed him into situations that he shouldn't have had to have.
Hey, power! Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's fine. It's usually only once or twice per episode, and
Well, the thing is, I think majority of that came from parents who were stuck watching that with their kids and probably thought the entire gimmick of Scrappy Doo was intolerable. So, obviously, when you get to the point of them making the movie, they're gonna want to make a big deal about that.
Scrappy's really just
I honestly
scapegoat.
did not care too much that Scrappy was the secret villain of the live-action movie. I thought it was
I
pretty
kind
funny.
of hate it because you know that they just kicked him out with no food, no water. You know there's no food or water because there's Scooby and Shaggy on the van.
Are you a Scrappy Doo apologist? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm not an apologist. I don't have anything to. He doesn't have anything to apologize for. It's the writers being stupid.
Oh man, what a pretty easy maze considering I'm talking. But yeah, so yeah, I have no real beef with Scrappy. I know that the only reason I think I could think about it, my mom even has spoken her piece that she believes that Scrappy Doo was annoying, and
Yeah, but even that. Like, if you see the early episodes, he doesn't really do much wrong. later he gets in, the more he does, and the more he replaces everyone, and the more he gets intolerable.
But Scooby Doo, that was a mistake that humanity did not need to repeat.
And they did not even remember it past the Olympics.
But yeah, that's kind of I agree. Unless I don't want to be retreading everything that you just said, but I agree with your statement. It sticks to what I've been saying for many years. Don't change something that people love, because then you get stuff like the Transformers Netflix show, where you're drawing people in for an origin story, and you're like, nah, it's not actually an origin story. It's time travel's involved.
If you gotta do something new with it, make it minor. Don't just radically change everything. I mean, sometimes it works, but the way the way Hollywood does it now, they just change things willy nilly and say, "Oh, this is the best version of it automatically because we did this."
Also, my problem is that when you start getting social politics involved, then you're obviously going to piss off people. And then people stop talking about how good the show is, and start focusing on on what was said and what made it controversial instead of what made it fun. Ergo, She-Hulk. Yeah, She-Hulk is a good example of a show that I was excited for because I was expecting She-Hulk antics, and then it just became social politics, and I'm like,
So, what about the first time She-Hulk broke the fourth wall, aside from the one game against Deadpool? But like, this would have been the first time she's broken the wall in decades.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly don't remember her being very social. I know that the one joke that is very synonymous with She-Hulk was the fact that she was aware that she was a sex symbol. Especially like with the first comic book cover of her like being covered. But yeah, it's those type of things. Yeah, it's funny on that end. But the moment you start injecting like the toxicity of like current day politics, it's like, nah, I don't want to be watching stuff like that. Nah, it's just
When they do it, they don't do it right. That's what makes it so toxic. You just don't go, "Oh, this is the entire character now."
the thing that I'm changing a character done right is like Sonic Boom. I'd say in terms of the show, not the game, but the show. When, when,
It's kind of that. Like, then we get the one moment of him being the ultimate feminist.
Just because I'm meathead doesn't mean I'm not a feminist.
He had a good point too.
Yeah, yeah, and that was actually pretty on the spot. But again, it wasn't like, okay, that's a character trait going forward. We moved on from the joke, right? We didn't we didn't get stuck in that whole mentality there. But one of the things I think about was like how Amy Rose was handled in that show. They made her they completely rehauled her character. But let's be fair, she didn't really have much of a character beyond loving Sonic. So
Uh, it's a good improvement then with the games because she seemed like,
stalker.
I mean, like, they made her imperfect in the show, and they made sure that we knew that they knew that she wasn't supposed to be perfect.
Exactly.
Where she was pretty close in the game, first in the original game.
Well,
I think in the original trailer they had her land on her feet instead of on her face.
for Sonic Boom.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rise of Lyric.
Oh yeah, yeah. You see, I never played Rise of Lyric. I had no interest in purchasing that for my failed console. So, it is what it is. But yeah, Sonic Boom as a show and all that, they did some creative changes that I know were divisive to people on that end. However, it was done right in essence that they made a different version, but they kept the spirit of the characters relatively the same. Like they inflated the idiocy of Knuckles, but it worked because we already got used to Knuckles being an idiot. So it's kind of
Knuckles. There's no emerald that he had to guard, so it was even better on him.
yeah. You didn't have this huge responsibility and still be considered an idiot. So, hopefully that changes with the new Sonic game that apparently has a cutscene with Knuckles next to the Master Emerald on it. So,
Well, that
finally
recent
remembered.
Tales podcast did have him the most in character he's been in years.
Oh, you watched the podcast. Oh, nice.
I've watched most of it. I kind of skimmed past it. I plan to watch the entire thing.
I
That way,
tried to watch a bit of it, but it felt really kiddie for me to the point where I'm like, okay, nah, this is not for me.
uh, but we should still probably watch it since it does at least give Sonic's planet a name, even if it's Earth instead of Mobius.
Oh, they don't call it the Sonic's planet anymore.
Nope, they finally solidified the name.
Nice. So, the next question comes around then. Is this world dominated by humans, or is there humans and Sonic characters coexisting? Because they still have yet to make up their mind on that.
They did imply that it was not a two species, two worlds with different species each.
Okay.
So there's at least that.
Alright. Ooh. I have to backtrack now. I missed the P. I missed the letter P. Wherever that is. Okay, hold up. No. Ooh, thank you. Ledge grab saved me. Oh my goodness. This is the last time I heard that. But yeah, so Sonic Boom is a good example of like changing a character and then doing a pretty good job with it. Because it still kept the character, and it was not being played very serious. It not in the same way that Teen Titans Go was. I want to stress that, because Teen Titans Go was a complete slap in the face of the fan base. I could take the entire joke of them making fun of Sonic's arms being a different color, because that is a stupid complaint for fans to have, honestly, that Sonic's arms are blue in Boom, but they're flesh colored and everything else. That I find funny, but when you got stuff like Teen Titans Go, where they're essentially making fun of the fan base by characterizing them as nerds that have no lives, it's like, well, screw you. We actually pay for your ability to make this show. Those fat nerds are what continue to make you guys money. you know.
Apparently not, because Teen Titans Go seems to find some other shady means to do it, because I know kids are not watching that as much as they say they are.
Is Teen Titans Go still relevant? Because I know last time we talked about that was many months ago.
It's still running. It's even got a Halloween special now. Again.
Ooh, another one. Okay.
They are not letting that die.
Yeah, that is really weird, because I remember specifically that there was like, whenever a hot cartoon comes out, I know Adventure Time was like their baby when it came to Cartoon Network's baby when it came to like not it's not stuff like milking the heck out of that show. That was like their primary cartoon, and then like what was it? For a while before that, it was I think Dexter's Lab was like the show that they would not shut up about. I know there was probably one show I'm missing that was... Oh, Ben 10. Ben 10 was another show that they shilled out so much to the point it lost quality.
I think they only did Dexter Laboratory because the creators of Powerpuff Girls got them to stop.
Ooh.
And then they tried to bring it back and it failed, so...
Oh, yeah, never forget Twerking Bubbles.
And the self-insert.
Oh, there's a self-insert there?
Blossom's crush was supposed to be the self-insert of the head.
Of the what head?
It is creepy. The head writer or whatever. It's as creepy as it sounds.
Wait, aren't they like 6? Or like, I don't know.
Yes.
Oops! It's just like, oops.
Yeah.
I hear the authorities
Yeah.
coming.
Lotham fantasizing about her crush being buff and holding her in his arms.
Oh, I know there was a huge amount of anger over the fact that they made what's her name, extremely obese. That was like a huge turnoff for
What's
people.
happening? They're super buff, so it's both gross on both ends.
Oh my goodness. I have limits to what I want for characters to look like when it comes to underage characters. Please don't.
Actually, it's almost arguable that the buff was worse because she still had her little feet.
Oh. Wait, they did foot fetish stuff with her? What?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm just saying it just looks worse.
Oh, okay. Wow, what a topic to have for Pac-Man. Pac-Man seems to be like our deep conversation game. Because I'm turning my brain off playing this game while talking to you. Well, it's not like I'm not paying attention, but like I'm actually able to competently play this game while holding a conversation without having to stop. Because normally I have to stop playing a game in order to have like an actual
talk about this game, but like after Jose the other day, it just seems right.
Pac-Man, where we discuss philosophy. Oh man, but yeah. So in terms of like shows and all that stuff, yeah, I have a very strict idea on what things need to be kept. And at the end of the day, money talks, right? Like, well, as much as social media wants to tell people that this is what people want, the dollar bills that actually show if people are actually watching or people are not. And that's one thing that seems like people don't get is that, hey, you say this is like groundbreaking and people
Teen
love the
Titans
show.
Go.
Oh wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just convinced that they are using the Mafia to fund Teen Titans Go.
So you're telling me you don't like Teen Titans Go, huh? Well, this crowbar here is going to make you think otherwise. My son loves that show.
My son writes half the jokes.
I think that's entirely possible. I mean, somebody has to be funding a bunch of whatever garbage people are not watching.
Yeah. That many specials in such a short amount of time.
That means it has to be cheap to make, right? Ooh, okay, let's agree. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Pinky, for going the other way. I appreciate that.
You turn around when things end or start.
I've just come to expect that when it comes to things I like, eventually it's going to be tainted by a company, and then it's not going to be. I have to agree with Doug Walker on this because based on his last Airbender review, at least we still have the originals to look back to, because as much as we may not like the current stuff, we still have the old stuff, and that gives me solace because even inevitably. Let's say, I don't know, maybe as early as next year, we find out they do some type of decision. I'm not 100% behind with Sonic. Will that destroy me as a fan? Probably, but at least I'll still have the old stuff to kind of look back and be like, well, this is what I want, and I'm never getting it back, but, I have these, and I just got to be happy with it, I suppose. No. But, one day they'll be like, Sonic is no longer a hedgehog. Well, it's been fun. But, I guess I'm no longer a Sonic the Hedgehog fan then.
You're Sonic the Porcupine fan.
Yeah, Sonic the Porcupine fan. I did not know this day would come. Oh, okay. I ledge grabbed earlier on that thing, but it didn't work.
I think you're more to the side of it because there's a giant thing in the way.
A big old blaster. But yeah, ooh, there we go. Finessed it. Oh, you didn't think I'd see you, Token? To be on a more, I guess, slightly less sad note, um, have you ever been to a Namco arcade, like early 2000s?
No.
I had one a couple towns away from me. It was just called the Namco arcade. It had like the modern Pac-Man design. I'm looking at this Pac-Man here as my reference for modern Pac-Man. But like I remember always seeing it, but never went inside. And there was a whole bunch of arcade machines. It was dark in there. Oh man, I never went inside, but I always knew it was there in the mall that I used to shop at. And you know,
Time for his great descendant had to deal with the consequences of his parents' war crimes.
parents' war crimes. Also, it doesn't help that Pac-Man divorced Miss Pac-Man recently.
Yeah, I still think it's just an identity change.
Oh, Miss Pac-Man had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Namco was like, Miss Pac-Man, baby, we love the look, but we gotta change a couple things. You see, some company now owns the rights to your being. Can't have that.
I mean, like, they can't release her either, but, like,
So we need to make
they
some
get less
changes, or else you go bye-bye, baby.
they have been doing better since they got cut off from Miss Pac-Man in general, but, like, and I mean by better as in making better decisions, but, like, I'm never gonna like them, regardless.
Who, Namco?
No, at games.
You know, I don't have any history with ad games. I never bought any of the plug-in game stuff. Sorry, somebody messaged me on Discord.
They have kind of gotten tricked a few YouTubers into false advertising.
Oh, like a Raid Shadow Legends collab or what?
Kind of worse. They had them play games that weren't even on the plug-and plays.
Whoa! First
And
try. Now I gotta do
oh
it
wow!
again. I gotta
And
do
said
that
that,
again.
and had them. The YouTubers genuinely believed playing what the plug-and plays were going to be, giving them somewhat positive reviews.
Yeah,
Then when things go on sale, all those games are missing. It's all just bootlegs and copies.
well, yeah, all the stuff that you would pretty much see at a swap meet.
Yeah. It's pretty much a reason why Sega backed out of a deal with them.
Oh, timer.
So again, it doesn't matter how much they've changed, how good they've become. I am not giving them any money.
I mean, not like you.
Nor
Would.
should anybody.
Oh, missed the build on that one. Okay, but yeah, that's sad. Miss Pac-Man is forever gone.
It's either replaced or had an identity change, and her kids have had to suffer the same consequence.
Yeah.
Nobody ever notices the kids, but I do.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I'm in the boat where Miss Pac-Man is so inconsequential in her 3D form that I don't feel that much bothered. Like I noticed it that they replaced her, but it's not like, oh, bring back the bow. I'm not like that. I'm more indifferent. Like, okay, I understand why, but if they were to mess with Pac-Man, yeah, because Pac-Man has more going for him. Like, he has more notoriety, I think, than Miss Pac-Man does in the 3D sense. I know people have
That's
a
why
lot
they
of.
stopped using the cartoon design after that side-scroller game.
Oh, the phone game.
No, the 8-bit one. It was in the collection. The side-scrolling where you're wearing a hat.
Oh, the Peter Pan hat.
Yeah, the one that they put the stage in for Smash because everybody loves that stage.
No, nobody does. It should have just been. It should have just been the Pac-Man maze stage.
Yeah, they just had to do a little bit of editing, so
They know it was possible to do, and that's why it's in the 3DS version, but nowhere else.
they totally couldn't have just edited it.
They did for some of the 3DS stages. They did end up getting in there, so it's like what happened, Sakurai? Did Daddy Nintendo say you weren't allowed to do it? I don't know. And speaking of Sakurai, though, I really love what Sakurai is doing with his channel.
Yeah. Calling out developers, sometimes scolding the gamers, but not usually.
Okay.
Only when it's
Another brief break. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Hmm. Man, they really changed that Pac-Man dance. It's less stiff and funny, but it's still cuter. That's it, Pac-Man. Dance for us. Dance. What else can you do for us, Pac-Man? Don't be shy. Oh, well, that's just rude. You're just copying Sonic. Now dance. Dance, buddy, dance. Losing his smile. Keep on smiling, buddy. There's only got 3 here. I like copying Sonic off of him.
Don't you hate it when you get a text message from somebody out of context, and then you find out that message was supposed to be for you for like an hour ago?
Better than a week ago.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we're done with the second level Funhouse shenanigans here, and now we're gonna go rescue Pac-Man's daughter.
Yes, that's got the flower. That's the baby.
I thought Pac-Man only had a son.
No, he's had 2 sons since the SNES era. The SNES era.
The SNES era. Okay.
It's Pac-Man Adventure 2 or whatever.
Yeah, one Pac-Man versus the entire carnival. Who will win? Oh yeah, so I love the card. I love how these cards are something that Sonic 4 ripped off. That's one game I would love to play for the channel at one point. It's just playing Sonic 4.
Pac-Man ripped off Sonic's I'm waiting pose. Found that out while you were AFK.
Oh. Pac-Man was like, I'm walking here. Very cool.
Fine.
Oh man, that's another gem that we're never gonna get is Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik. Those just the rolling of the R's from that version of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I love that. That
The
era of
writing
slapstick
clarity,
humor
the
cannot happen
biggest fat
again.
man in animation.
You know, hey, it turned somebody on because they had so much excessive butt shots of Robotnik.
So the bikini French girl pose.
Yeah, you'll never not see that. Just Robotnik just like getting after Sonic and be like, Sonic, I'm waiting. What have I heard that before? Oh man, but you know that's a good example of like a show that's aged.
Too
No,
bad it didn't do well as. After it aired, people don't like it much anymore because they don't have a sense of humor.
what? That show's funny still. I still crack up. I think it lost some steam near the whatchamacallit, the last season or the last couple episodes that aired because I think they were running out of ideas. But like the majority of the show really did. Oh yeah, I kind of figured something down there. A lot of the show had a lot of charm in there and a lot of cool things that made it funny. Whoa!
Honestly,
Depth perception. Okay, I agree with Nitro Rad. Not. I could barely see line up where I could land on those. Oh, okay. That was just me being stupid. No,
what was it?
no,
What
I
was I gonna
refuse to go in
say?
easy mode. You shut up. This is the only level so far I've been asked that.
Walker's review on the Adventures of Nick the Hedgehog. I know you don't like it that much anymore, like you don't. But he's is pretty much what people think about it in general.
What? That it's brainless humor?
Yeah, it's a little more than that, but like that's kind of a lot of the what they say. It just seems to lack effort in people's eyes or anything.
It's pretty much Looney Tunes with a Sonic skin on it.
Yeah.
Great, no. All this for a piece of health? That was it? I thought there'd be something more substantial in here.
Mm.
Alright, cool. Well, that was worth dying twice for. Or 3 times, rather. Okay. Anyway, I want my cherry!
He did, however, say that the Sad AM cartoon was good because it had effort.
Well, it was pretty much in the same vein as a majority of like uh, shows that had those overarching stories that were good enough for kids to stick around with, but also the parents had something interesting to look forward to as well. Because
Yeah.
I recently watched a couple episodes of that one. It is kind of cringy watching it now, but I understand that a different time and era of humor.
And yet it got canceled far sooner.
Yeah, it got canceled far sooner, unfortunately. And we're never ever gonna get something that's gonna be good to follow up on that. And if for some reason they do that, if they do have a sequel or like a third season, it better not be like Samurai Jack. Please don't do that.
Third season was fine. People just honestly, I think the ending was beautiful, and I know you don't like the sex implications, but like, eh.
What justifies it for you? Oh, this is kind of like a point of contention here, but like, what justifies it for you in terms of what makes the third season of Samurai Jack acceptable for you?
Whatever I say it is, even if I could describe it, that would just be for me. No one else has to agree with it.
That's fair. I can respect that. My main deal with Samurai Jack is the tone. I know they were trying to go for like a more mature tone, but when you're connecting it to a show that what's going on here? When you're connecting, in my opinion, when you're connecting it to a show that had kind of like it was, what's the word for it? Mature enough that still it had a certain level of censorship to it. and you're connecting it to season 1 and season 1 and season 2, it's like a huge jarring change for me. That I'm like, wait a minute, now we're okay with having a penis head in a show that didn't have anything remotely like that. What? And now they're doing this.
Joke. A little out of nowhere, but still.
Yeah, it felt like the people from Adult Swim were like, let's go as adult as possible because our audience has grown up, and no people from the same age group as when they started are gonna want to
Honestly,
watch.
they didn't really miss many jokes like that. I think that was the only one that was that obvious.
Yeah, it kind of threw me for a loop a bit, but again, that's just me personally speaking. I'm not much of a.
At the very least, that delivery was funny.
How do I get past this?
Scaramouche is just. I think you're supposed to bounce off the airplane.
Was I? Oh! Oh, so I screwed myself over permanently?
No, I mean that guy's airplane. I think you might be able to reach him, if not,
Oh, okay.
I think you're supposed... No, you didn't even need to do that.
Yeah, Pac-Man's... Oh, died. Pac-Man's jump is just high enough to just kind of clear all those. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah. Yeah, this place in particular, I'm having a lot of depth perception issues. Yay! Switch over here. But yeah, that's my only beef with Samurai Jack. I'm not like hardcore Samurai Jack that I feel offended, but it's more of those things like, I'm kind of disappointed. But it is what it is. Apparently people liked it, so more power to them. They at least they had their satisfying conclusion, right?
No, people didn't actually like that.
Come again?
People did not actually like the very ending.
Oh, the fact that that Jack had a sad ending.
Yeah, even though there was some pretty good art to it, you could see it a different way. Blah blah. That's probably why they had gave you the chance to get a better ending in the video game.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I don't know why I'm dying a whole bunch. Alright, hold up. Let me minimize the screen here. Okay, there we go. Okay. I did not know that people didn't like it for that. But yeah, the video game does make sense. I know the video game took a lot of liberties to make things a little bit nicer. Ah! What? I didn't know I was going to grab onto that.
It pretty much added a whole extra chapter just so they could all do the ending.
Was the writers on that team the same writers as the official show?
I have no idea.
Okay, because that some people might complain about that if it's not being spearheaded by the original creator's desire.
I don't think people would care at this point.
Oh, what? Oh my goodness.
Nope, can't jump on the hat, I guess. Not make it too easy.
Then don't put the hat there. Put spikes on it. Simple. Just put spikes. That's the Miyamoto design.
Or lava.
Alright, or lava. I think World 8 will be lava themed. Genius, Miyamoto!
But what if we added a World 9 without lava? I'm
listening. But wait!
I think...
I'm getting something. World 9 circus team.
Exactly.
Oh man, I love knowing that possibly Bowser ripped off Eggman's idea.
Yeah, that was a funny joke on Miiverse back in the day.
Yeah. You had Eggman's amusement park, and then all of a sudden you just had Bowser's amusement park later. It's like, I'm evil for a reason, guys. I rip off ideas. I don't even care from another villain.
Roaring of Eggman saying, "I'm calling my lawyers."
Get a load of this. Do we go up here? No. Okay,
Perhaps you have to do something first.
If you would have been Reggie, I know Reggie would have been like, maybe you must progress. Oh, here it is. Okay. I know it's possible to go through it now. Okay, what's over here? Ooh, a giant mallet. Okay, I'm probably here too early then. Bunch of sections in this game I go in way too early. And... Ah, there it is, yeah. I was here way too early. It's time for the Smashers! And I got my Galaxian, so it's gonna get me back to where I need to be. Yay. Mazes are kind of unimpressive for this game, by the way. There's nothing really spicy.
At least they're not too hard.
Yeah, they made him easier with the power pellet exploit. Alright, let's go. Let's go. You know, these mazes... I remember when I was playing World 2, back as a kid, I used to feel so overwhelmed with the mazes. I was like, man, am I dumb or what? Because I don't understand how to solve these mazes. They're so difficult. And then as an adult, I'm like, these are kind of fun. They're also kind of easy. But also, why did I have problems with this back then? It's one of those things that you don't, when you get older, just things start clicking in better. Then you get older, and then things start not clicking. Oh yeah, another one finished. And that counts as a Galaxian. I think if you fail that, you don't actually pick up the Galaxian, right?
Yeah, maybe, but you can do it as many times as you want. Like, you don't have to restart the level anymore.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Okay. I always went with that mentality that was going to happen. So, I'm really happy for that. Alright, it's time for the Smashers from Sonic Adventure. Another very brief time. Where's that going? Oh, it's going over here. Okay. I was going to see they recycled the whole pirate theme with the these things. Instead of cutouts, it's stuffed animals. Man, I think it's been a long time since I've been to an actual legitimate carnival. The last time I went was when I was 13, at like a local carnival that showed up in town. Not a local, but like a carnival that showed up in town, and we went to one of those whatchamacallit stuff. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, okay. But yeah, it's been such a long time since I've been to one. I forgot just how they operate. I know carnivals are supposed to have like the unregulated food, right? That's really bad for you. Like if you eat it, you're more likely to die. But yeah, there's that. Ooh, oh no.
They're like, circuses and feathers, except worse.
Yeah.
And combined.
I wonder. I really wonder if the pandemic had any influence on their business model.
Well, they're probably starting up again, but those that survived anyways.
I know, like, I think I remember, like, earlier there was, like, a law that protected elephants, and they could not be in circuses anymore. So I believe, like, one circus that came by to my place, they were, like, touting as, like, the last time you'll ever see elephants in our circus. Oh, I died, okay. I had a hard time with landing my jumps here. But yeah, that's what I remember a bit. What? I clearly landed on that.
You gotta remember, this is the one area that messes with your shadow.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And no! Oh my goodness. I just fell off there. I was like, wait a minute. No, I refuse to play easy mode Pac-Man. Is this game too hard for you? You're dying awfully a lot. Okay, there we go. I have to finally use the little flutter, the Yoshi flutter jump. There we go. On target. Still haven't found my child yet. Okay, there we go.
Got the cow for her. So this is nothing.
Not purple stuff. The purple stuff aerosol version. Let's see. Ooh, a melon.
I was wondering what that was because I don't think it was the normal purple stuff. So that's a good answer.
Yeah, let's see. No, I need my pellets. What I want to know, in lore-wise, what is Pac-Man's? What the heck was that? What's Pac-Man's beef with the ghost, and what's the ghost beef with the Pac-Man? Is it just racism all around? Like they just hate them for existing?
I think the ghosts are kind of bullies, but that was only introduced in other games, and they're not always clear about that. But like in the original version of this game, you remember the ending and the bad ending. This spoilers, people. Why are you even watching this?
Yeah.
But like, he just up and eats horse and Darkman.
Now get in the car, kid. Yeah, fart propulsion. Alright, we still got one more fruit to get. Oh! Okay. Alright, cool. Get my letter of the day. And now I've got to do that all over again. Yay! I love repeating the same cycle.
Collectibles. If you do get hit one more time, or fall off, you don't have to get it all over again.
I don't get an aneurysm like that. There you go. I thought I landed on that. Okay. Well, either way, no, it's considered picked up already.
Yeah, it used to not always be, but that was a good change.
Yeah, it also makes dying probably like a good speedrun strat.
Maybe in one or two niche cases.
Oof. Good thing no squish damage is in this game. Okay, we're almost there. We saved our daughter, so now it's time to go tackle the boss of the area. Woo!
The only time goats do anything besides chase you.
Oh wait. This is pretty easy. I think this is like the easiest minigame out of all of them. As long as you don't mess up your 3D axes, you should be fine.
This one was pretty easy. I mean, like, even if you somehow messed up, you have more than enough time to try again.
So far, I think the water one has been like a difficult one.
Irish.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I'm gonna be eligible for the Omni Key because I'm not being like, ooh, what not fever? What? Not shadow fever.
What's even have that?
It's like Pac-Man. All of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, the ultimate power." Oh man. Yeah, I'm failing most of these just because I don't care about the slot. Yay, oranges times 2. Alright, let's go take on the boss. This is a pretty fun romp through it. Though I'm not happy how many times I died just due to that. That was unfortunate. Alright. Oh yeah, this is the change they had for this boss fight. This was the actual kart racing one.
Oh, yes, time to leave your child unattended on a bench in the carnival.
Yay. Rated E for everyone. Alright, let's go. Ooh, okay, what's going on here? Pac-Man! There's a race car. Hop in and hit B to accelerate. Oh, so it's That reminds me of another game I played.
Yes, you don't get the tutorial by the goose.
You let me go in?
I think you gotta go in through that little thin spot. Little up. Too far up. There should be small openings.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Practice here to prepare for the race. Press A to use Pac Turbo. Okay. And blast past your enemies when the gauge at the bottom of his left is full. Alright. Oh, cool, nice. They let you practice. That's very nice of them.
I guess they don't. The ghosts don't give the tutorial anymore.
Alright, and then A buttons. Okay, so good. Press Y to brake. Use it on those sharp turns. Okay, that feels pretty natural. Go back with R when you want to go to back up. Yeah, but if you're doing that, you're playing the game wrong. Let's proceed once you're ready. Okay. Alright. And then R button, just in case. Okay, alright. Okay. Seems pretty good. And I'm like, Pac-Man left the tutorial area! Jump him! Well, Pac-Man, it seems you learned how to drive a car in a couple of minutes. Time for the final exam. It's Bozo the Clown. The Clown Racer. Yeah, that's a nice boss title game. Clown Racers. 10 of them. Okay, nice. Oh, they get to go before I do? Cheaters!
Some of them just clash against each other.
Whoa. That's very nice. And they got Mario Kart items in here. Alright. How clean can I do this? Oh no, ooh, okay. Yay! Your buddy did that to you, by the way. Oh, nice, cool. Invulnerability for the win. Yeah, let's go.
Waka 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 waka
Oh
waka.
yeah, he's blue too. Oh, nice. There you go. Speed boost. Okay, 8 people left. Oh, nice. It's nice of them that they allowed to have give Pac-Man some performance-enhancing drugs on here. Really.
Well, it's only fair if the ghost gets to drop bombs.
Bombs? Lamp
So
ball?
they space them out a little better.
Get out of here. Okay, whoop, there we go. Nice, out of here. Okay, ooh, okay, yeah, this is the brake section here. Brake check. Alright, cool. Yeah, good to see that they're screwing each other over.
But it also slows them down worse, so at the very least, the person you're about to pass doesn't get a head start.
Yeah. Get out of here. Have a roughin' day. Yay! I'm in first. I hope there's no blue shell.
Nope, they just kept spreading the bombs.
Okay. Wait a minute. This doesn't seem fair. Why are there bombs here? I thought they were dropping them behind them. Oh,
I guess they were.
I
guess they just expected you to bump into them and not do it themselves, but they were just too dumb to do that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna assume that it's in Super Pac-Man I'm able to touch those bombs.
I think you already have.
I have? Okay. Okay. Easy. Easy. So far, I'm in like a very comfortable first. The controls have been pretty nice, considering this is probably the only level you get to do this on. Yeah, I besides that one really nefarious turn, I haven't really had to use any brakes. Yay! Pac-Man wins! Pac-Man's like, yeah, now kill yourself. And they're like, what? I meant your cars. Oh yeah,
We're kind of dead.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Now go for that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised that car actually was used in the Mario Kart Cross Pac-Man for his personal car. At least the shape of it.
I think it is the same car as the original, so that would have been logical.
Yeah. I've only played on that arcade machine, I think, twice in my life when I was at Chuck E. Cheese before the pandemic.
There's 3 of them, but like 2 and DX, which are just upgraded versions, but better.
And that one had Miss Pac-Man in it.
And Tamagotchi, because it was the first time they ever fused with Bandai.
Yeah. I will say this though. Since you brought up Tamagotchi, have you ever played or owned a Tamagotchi pet before?
No, but I played the original Shimon version. I sucked at it. Everyone kept dying.
I never understood how to play those properly anyway. All right, well that's the funhouse area completed. I mean, we had deep, we had not so deep, and we had Pac-Man conversations. So I think we pretty much hit our quota. So next time we'll be going to the Industrial Revolution on the left side of the map, and
The
that'll
last
be next
world
week.
before the final.
Yeah. Well, this is the last world before the final one?
Well, it's the only one I see left.
Okay. Well, until next time, guys, we will see you. And if you guys are going to still stick with us, we'll be hopping on to Mario Galaxy next, and maybe another game afterwards. I'm doing things pretty early, so we'll have plenty of time. So until next time, goodbye.
Take a 50-minute break.